Hello, everyone. The next topic we want to discuss is something around the courage to be vulnerable. And yeah, let's see what Alexandra's take on this is.
Hi, Richard. The courage to be vulnerable. It reminds me of the moments where growth comes into my life, the when I become vulnerable. And that's not easy because we all are adults probably listening to this, and we pride ourselves, or I pride myself on having experienced things, even like I pride myself through my age. And when I come to vulnerability, it means to me to give up certain thoughts or perspectives I have on what is possible or what is maybe good for me or for somebody else. Wouldn't even say truth, as in what is, it's more about the courage to listen to that what is true. So that's to me a combined sensation of vulnerability. How do you experience vulnerability?
I see it more like if you really want to heal, and most people have stuff to heal inside themselves, you have to become vulnerable and you have to have the courage to become vulnerable because otherwise you don't look at these things. You don't want to feel them or experience them again. Because what, in my experience, does not work is just to say, yeah, this is in the past, I move on and nothing happened. It is only really in the past if you can let go of it, if it's digested. Otherwise, you just keep living from it and don't realize that you're living from it still.
Absolutely. I had this experience once where somebody was trying to work out some family stuff with me, and then I came to the point where I felt strong and I said like, yeah, and then I walked away from that. And then that person pointed out, like, yeah, but you're saying it in a way that you're still wanting the resonance of the family about that. And so that's how we kind of bind ourselves into these situations, of not closing or finding closure. That's what you're talking about, to
Yeah,
me.
it's finding truth in the situation and finding peace about the situation. Because how would you move on if the story basically is living rent-free in your house, basically in your form, yeah?
Mm,
Um, it's about letting go the pain of what happened and move on. Because if you're if you cannot, for example, have compassion for yourself and what happened to you, and that you really admit, oh, this was a very hard thing that happened to me, this was a very hard time in my life, how do you want to let go of this? So it's basically recognizing, feeling, and then also categorizing everything. So this happened because from a mental level, and then to feel it, to heal it. Yeah. Mm.
mm. So what you're talking is about vulnerability brings us to a place of re-experiencing something in a way that we recognize it in ourselves as physical sensations, as emotions, something like that. And through the recognition that initiates healing. Is that correct?
Something like this. I see it more in the way that you have three different layers on a surface level of experiences. So there's the mind level, what you think about a situation, then the emotional level, how you feel about the situation, and then the third level is about how your physical body acts or reacts.
Hmm.
So let's say it like this. Maybe physically you have to carve a lot. Yeah. This could be also something that interacts with your emotional body and your mind to a
Hmm.
situation. Yeah. So this
Hmm.
is, some people have this stress coughing, this like,
Ah,
and
okay.
yeah. So because I see it like this, if you don't work through stuff over time, it's gonna come out physically. So
Mm,
that's a very generalized answer now, but it's
yeah.
the interaction between what you think, your thoughts, emotions, and physicality are very, these three layers are very interactive.
I see. So, yeah, indeed, we need courage for that to just experience what happens to us, what is being brought to light, and through another experience, probably triggered, right?
Yeah, you need the courage to be vulnerable in these feelings that you didn't digest,
Yeah,
because otherwise they cannot really heal.
yeah. And sometimes the courage needs to come at the right time. I want to say that too. We had this saying in yoga class, or my teacher taught me, in a certain way that you're sitting, you can open up the spine, and then, everything starts moving, the energy starts moving. And it's important for you in the beginning to find places where you can do that, like in your practice or in your room. And then there's another way to hold your spine where it kind of closes up to what we experience as normal and as filter to walk through life. So maybe to put that here as well, that we as long as we're not practice in being vulnerable very well, and how to hold ourselves, the best way to move forward is in a protected environment or space, setting. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Mhm.
I hope you enjoyed this session. And if you'd like to, hear more, we have a few more recordings on play for you to see how you can move forward in your life more positively on a healing path. See you next time.
Bye.